Let's start the countdown. Where's my countdown? Oh. Yeah, perfect. That's a good countdown. All right. Let's check the... All right. Let's see if Build believes we're on. Perfect. That's a good countdown. It believes. It believes. He's beginning to believe. That's Pitch Black, I want to say. Or maybe Riddick, Pitch Black Part 2. Can't remember. Well, we're in a countdown scenario, right? Let me check the checklist. Start the countdown, hit stream, hit record, start the background music. Turn all 4 channels on in the OBS Restream tab. Did. Check Restream chat in. You know, okay. Let me check YouTube D-Live and them just cuz, right? YouTube. My channel. Says we're live, Tube. I agree. Now let's check D-Live. There we go. And Facebook, y'all are on your own. I cannot. I do see... No, I don't even get text from there. I'll try Facebook. I think I got time. I do see... I got 2.5 minutes. Facebook. Bookface. Lifelog, as some call it. Oh. Yeah, okay. Got it. Alright, let's check Lifelog. I wonder if tonight's show can get me banned off of Wojcinski's favorite. Oh. Alright. Where do you see... Oh. Is that on the left of the screen? Watch. No. I don't understand what I'm seeing. Ah. That's a pretty good reveal, actually. Oh, yeah. So maybe I'll keep that screen for... Alright, where are we on the countdown? 1 minute and 30-something seconds. And we'll hit go. I'm going to remember to do a thing this time. Maybe. Let's go back to the checklist so I know what to do at the top of the show, which is in 1 minute and 13 seconds. What's going on, people? Oh, let me change to the chat view. Oh, that's supposed to be the foxhole. G-Ross, pause, pop out, chat, minimize. There we go. There it is. 40 seconds left. Yeah, I think we're ready. Give me 30 seconds and we'll try this. See if I can. Usually the countdown starts again. I'm going to try to do it right this time. Yep. 11, 10, 9, 8. My kitty cat's here. 7, 6. Hey, kitty. 5, 4, 3. Her name's Isabella. And we are at 0. Let's start this thing.
Welcome to the 9dNation.
בראשית ברא אלוהים את השמיים ואת הארץ.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Thousands of years later, it was Wednesday at 11 p.m. Central. Get your passport ready and be prepared to declare to the customs agents any edible plants or miscellaneous worldviews. You're now crossing into the nation with no denomination.
All right. I am G. Ross, your host. You're in the nation with no denomination, the 9dNation. We're simulcast on Facebook, YouTube, DLive, and the Foxhole. Call-in information is on the screen. Let's get to it. What we're doing tonight, let's see. We've got 2 seasons for the Wednesday show. A short season 1, and then a long season 2. That's the plan. First is, you could call it looking back over Facebook, 13 years worth. We've done a lot. We've done 7 years. And I'll explain why more in a minute. Then when that's done, we'll go into a Bible study. We'll start with Genesis 1:1. I don't know if we're going to go linearly straight through, but so in season 1, episode 1, we covered Facebook posts from April 28 to June 2010. What surprised me there was how many links that if you just glanced at the headlines, you'd think it was the last 2 years. It was vaccine mandates for nurses and doctors. It was H1N1 vaccines. It was swine. It was all this stuff. It was incredible. I was so surprised by it. Episode 2 covered June 2010 to April 2011. Episode 3 covered April 2011 until June 2013. Episode 4 got us all the way up to June 2018. I'll say more about that in a second. Current estimates is we're going to need about 3 more episodes, so maybe 2 or 3 more after tonight. So we're looking at, next week is going to be a special thing. We'll try to remember to mention that at the end. It'll be short. I'm traveling. But, so about early April, maybe the first or second week, is when we switch over to season 2, Bible study. Yeah, I'll mention it now. Next week, the 9th, this will be from the road and probably rather short since it's a time zone ahead, and we'll be getting up early for site-based entertainment like Orlando style. So let me do I already have it showing? Oh, I've already got it there on the screen. It's been sitting there like a taunt. So, I haven't doubled up on posts, but we ended the last episode on June 11th, 2018 at 9:48 a.m. I had already mentioned Flynn and a couple other things that you're like, this dude is talking about you know who. Now remember, we're simulcasting to YouTube and Facebook. Might get the ban. The ban hammer might come out, and they might shadow ban me more than I am, or who knows what. But on June 11th, I said, new Q. So we'll double up on that and start with that one tonight. That's the only post I think that'll get 2 episodes. All right, let's get in the swing of this. I prepped this like 9 or 10 days ago, so I don't remember what's next. Let's just see. Oh, yeah, kind of sad, but we got to do it. It's good that they were caught. 2,300 suspected online child sex offenders arrested during Operation Broken Heart. You probably all remember that. June 12th, 2018. There's been a lot, and there's some aggregator sites that will show you nothing's being done. QAG. I want to say com. No. Org. Here, let me be smarter. I do it on Chrome all the time. QAG.news. It's dumb. Autocomplete freak that I am. QAG.news. I think on here, maybe it's another site. They have a page of, I might be thinking of QAnon.pub. Pug? QAnon.pub. Like, who doesn't want to go to a pub? No. One of the aggregator sites has arrests. Thought it was QAG.news. Menu. Well, anyway. I shouldn't go off on that tangent just because I don't have it prepped. So I got socked in the eyeball pretty hard today. Side note. Trading blows with a black belt, 2nd degree, a little higher rank than me. We were going at it. Got smacked right here. My eyes, my vision's just a tad maybe affected. Bear with me. Also, maybe I got a little dinged, just mentally dinged. Next up, June 12th, 2018. Bigley. So here you see I'm basically just trying to, without coming out and saying Trump, just get people to talk. I don't remember how effective it was. This one probably didn't work that great. That's okay. Next, June 12th. I cannot claim I defended Rodman in the past, or that I even fully understand Rodman's perspective in the present, but I think I need to give him a listen. So here I'm not trying to say I'm a massive Rodman fan. I'm kind of saying I was not too into Rodman. And then I posted this Trump-Kim summit, Rodman getting emotional. Blast from the past, right? Do we remember this? Checking my levels here. Yeah. You remember that? Let me check the chat. Let me check the Discord. Oh, can't see. Okay. Here, just kind of go to the middle of it. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
There's so many places you could have gone in the world that have a much easier path to peace than North Korea, given the record of human rights abuses and other practices of this despotic regime. But you chose North Korea. Why?
Well, I feel like I said, I was very naive when I went over there. I didn't understand, and
anyway, you kind of remember the drill, but it's like more than meets the eye, right? Like looking back. All right, let's go to June 13th, where I asked on Facebook. So keep in mind, this is half year after the beginning. Do you queue? I just asked it. Do you? Let me ask you now. Do you queue? Can you queue? Hey, if you're on YouTube and Facebook and you want to know more, ask a friend. Ask me. Private message me. DM me. You know who to ask. You know who in your life would know how to queue. What does it mean to queue? So then I posted on June 13th. Not the best phrasing. And then I linked to this. Ooh, yeah. So this was in response to Mike Dorning. Breaking Senator Inhofe says EPA's Pruitt may need to leave his post. Inhofe represents Oklahoma, where Pruitt was. So now Podesta's plausible deniability here. Oh, look what somebody posted below. Amazing. Yeah, that's nothing to see here, right? But he chooses to say dead men walking. I mean, doesn't mean anything, right? I found myself bringing back, thanks to Owen Benjamin, I really dropped sarcasm for years. Going back to this, I find sarcasm coming back. So I wrote on Paul Vanderklay's timeline on June 15th, 2018, pause. Who is Paul Vanderklay? cause. Who is Jordan Peterson? A lot of people are going to know. Well, Paul Vanderklay is a Calvinist on the West Coast, runs a church, pastor of a small church. And last I checked in with him, he's like the Jordan Peterson explainer to a Calvinist or to a Presbyterian type, and I haven't watched his stuff in a while, but anyway, I wrote on his timeline something I've been mulling about. I could kind of summarize Jordan Peterson as saying the Genesis story as, I see you've noticed the ground is cursed. I had come to a more of a, you caused the ground to need to be cursed, but now I'm testing this, which may be compatible with both, and I do think Jordan kind of gets to this level. Due to you and or your attitude and or actions, you will experience increased cursedness of the ground. Just musing. I've kind of stuck with that kick. Like, we're to have represented heaven or the kingdom to creation. And when we failed, now all of a sudden, yes, creation experiences a curse, but it's on account of us. The text is clear. Here, let's run to the text. It's going to be what? Genesis 3, I think. Didn't plan on this. And we're going to probably hit this. Well, of course, we'll get to this when we do season 2. Gen 3. I think I covered this in Bread Pill Weekly last week or the week before. Because you've done this, curse are you, right? Let's go to the next curse. Curses the ground because of you. Now, there's a translation in here that I really like. Forgot which one. Contemporary English? No. Literal Standard. Curses the ground on your account. That gets close. And of course, you can always run over here, just showing you all my tricks, man. Just hit Hebrew, and then cursed the ground for your sake. I mean, I'm not a Hebrew expert, so we'll leave it at that. Curse the ground for your sake. On account of you, cursed the ground. Does the ground... We know nature groans, right? So the ground feels cursed, but it feels cursed because we're not representing the kingdom to it properly. All right, let me go to the next. We'll go to June 16th. After getting red-pilled, I said on June 16th, 2018, after getting red-pilled, you kind of miss having your news pre-digested and handed to you as marching orders. That was easier. That's 4 years ago. Little less than 4 years ago. I don't know if I triggered anyone. I sure wanted to. What do you mean, Greg? Pre-digested news. I mean, people used to still read my feed at that time. It wasn't as shadow banned, if I remember right. But it was getting there. Then on June 16th, I said, I seem to recall they told us about criminals and malicious non-stated actors and rogue elements using web mail drafts to communicate stuff. Seems that was a popular technique all around. I don't remember why I posted this, but I thought about bringing it back up because we know that's one of the techniques they used. And at the time, on June 16th, when I'm posting this, it must have been in the news. And it wasn't new news, right? It's a trick they use. I forget. I don't know. That's my claim at the time. And I didn't do any back research to figure out why I said that. We're 15 minutes in. Then I posted on June 16th. Kind of reminds me when Solomon kept hosting frat parties and the border creatures just kept raiding the fridge and casing the joint. Maybe I was talking about U.S. sovereignty. I'm not sure. Let's see. Chat's a little quiet. That's okay. Just scanning and checking. Chat's a little quiet. Let me spy on the lurkers. Oh, you lurkers. You beautiful lurkers. Now let's go to June 17. Just a Wikipedia entry for John Huber. Why on earth would some random dude post on June 17th, 2018, John Huber Wiki? There's two kinds of people watching this. The ones that know, maybe three. The ones that know and the ones that don't know why I would have posted John Huber. If you don't know, just go to qag.news and type in Huber and just start reading. But what I'm excited about is on June 17th of 2018, I posted a link to John Huber. I'm just excited. That pleases me. Archive offline, right? This is all saved. Boosting DuckDuckGo. This is an article. Yeah, you can't see it anymore. It's 4 years old. I'm not too freaked out. Let's read the headline. Soros Google fact-check news results. I don't remember what that point was. I really don't know why I included this. I must have thought it was better than it is. A week or so ago when I was prepping this. CNN, politics, FBI, agent Peter Strzok. So on June 19th of 2018, I'm busy telling Facebook, hey, check out this CNN article. Look at those. Strange. You see them? Just saying. Just saying. I'm not saying. How my peeps doing? All right. Then on June 19th, 2018, I linked to this. I don't know why it has to warn me about that. A top Trump aide work in Libya with key backers of an alleged sex cult. Sorry. We can't hide it. So it's pretty safe to link this because it's a Trump aide. You know, but if you dig into these people, they're embedded. And I do not mind telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Joe Hagan saw Libyan expatriate Bassett Igtet as a golden goose. Igtet was more than that, the article said. Then on June 20th of 2018, a little less than 4 years ago, I linked this on Facebook. Obama cyber chief confirms stand down order against Russian cyber attacks in summer 2016. Walk your brain through that. I'm telling people on June 20, 2018, that Yahoo News, I mean, I don't think Yahoo is a full-blown, it's a little populist, or it's a little center pandering, maybe you could say, especially back then. Maybe. I mean, it's controlled. It's part of the order. They have to tell you. But, I mean, I don't remember what comments I got. I'm not doing a lot of deep dive into the reaction at the time because I really want to get through this. I wanted to get to this season, walk through it, have a couple episodes, and then switch to Bible study. So, anyway. Let me check. There's no chat. That's totally okay. I want to trigger some people. But we're in friendly territory now, right? Like let me check the. Okay, cool. We'll take a peek. All right. Looking good. So then I went. Oh, you're gonna like this one. All right, I'm not trying to trigger the chat to actually chat, but finish this sentence. I posted June 20. 2018 on Facebook at 9:51 and 46 p.m. WWG1, etc. If you don't know, ask someone. You know who knows. And if you don't know who knows, ask me. If you know, put it in Facebook chat, or let me see if I can see Facebook. I need to look. Can't see there's no comments yet. That's okay. That's totally all right. Hello, chat. Am I in the wrong chat? Here, let me do this. I'm not trying to be paranoid. And let me put a test and see if it shows up in my other one. Yeah, okay. All right. Then I said on June 21, a heart for the people of Iran. You know who's, I mean, it's the Q posts. Got me going on that. Not that I wouldn't have thought of it myself also, but we learned a lot. You know, we learned to start digging in and going places and doing things. Then on June 21, Donald Trump Jr.'s daughter of 4 targeted Twitter comic coming. Here, let's take a look. Being targeted. We're coming for Chloe too. And I just simply said, how about this stops? And there was an article mentioned in the last episode. Chelsea Clinton said, don't do this about Barron. Fair point, right? When the clock is right, I'm not going to disagree with it. All right, what was next? On June 21, I said terrible. Sex slavery bust in Dallas reveals big problem for the city and Texas. You know, the town I live in, there's a support operation that raises funds and tries to help people to escape stuff like that. And roundabout when I was learning from the Team 17, the Anons, the Q Clearance Patriots, right about when I was finding out about all this, I was talking to some people at this thing, and they were busy saying, oh, you have no idea how bad it is. And I'm busy reading articles like this, and I'm like, preach. And you know what? As Linda McAllister likes to say, deplorable McAllister, Linda Paris, we're all responsible. We've got to save the kiddos. And I know there's many people with a heart to do that, and we are digital warriors. How's this for a break from the Ukraine news, right? Going back for 3.5 years, right? That's how you do it. 3 3/4 years. Why would New York Magazine be saying this? I said on June 22, 2018. I mean, they say why in the article, but it surprises me a little. So I'm trying to attract and troll. Clumsy me. Let's see what this was about. New York Magazine, Intelligencer. If we want to end the border crisis, it's time to give Trump his wall. So I guess it was just some pro-Trump wall article from New York Mag, which I don't know how lefty or righty they are. But anyway. Then I said on June 22, was it me saying, do we get credit for that? I'm not trying to take credit. I'm just sharing. It was so fun when we got to the first new Q that I had posted a few months into Q. Babylon B, new prayer app, delivers electric shock every time a user says just. You ever do that? I'm not going to mock prayer, but like when I pray, a lot of times I'll say, just Lord, just Lord, just. And it's like, why are we saying it that way? You know, it's so funny. I'm just asking a little tiny, just, and just Lord, and just if you could, and just, I mean, I thought it was a pretty good article. All right. Then next we went to June 22. Oh, what's going on? You freaks. All right. I linked to a YouTube. What is the YouTube? Do you all remember Henry Cuellar? Permit me to take a beverage. Side note, what is this spicy chord? Major 7, sharp 5. So I'm guessing that's a 1, 3, 5, 7 in the major. And then I guess it's a sharp 5 on, oh, you're taking your 5 and just augmenting it? I'm not sure. We won't dig into that. I don't know why it's there. So Henry Cuellar, in my memory, and I may not be doing the man a service, I remember kind of thinking he was always arguing from a kind of open-y, bordery perspective. But had to, got to give him credit when you can see it all right here. He hopped up and he was straight up honest. This is one thing I really admire is when somebody who is, let's not say left or right, when someone has a concern for humans and the political winds shift and they stick to their story and they stick to what they're sticking to, especially if it's helping other people. I mean, boom, right? That's the kind of person I want to, and I my respect for him went up. I haven't watched him a lot since. I don't know where that went, but I just wanted to share that I'm like, go Henry Cuellar that day. Oh. All right. Then on June 23rd, we're about a third of the way through the show. I'm going to try to keep it a little tight tonight. I got ridiculous amount of work in the morning, and I got socked. Not too hard, but, kind of hurts. On June 23rd, I linked to former Lake Norman High School teacher charged with statutory rape. And then I said, not in the headline. Oh, yeah, let's pursue this, shall we? So it's buried, right? So this is local news. Local news has to tell you stuff, right? That's kind of part of the deal. Because you're not paying attention if you don't do anything about it, right? Hey, we told them. We told them, Lucifer. We told them. So it's their fault. I'm not saying who they bow to. Satan, I meant to say. But this article, not in the headline, but you have to go down a bit to get the accuser is the same teen whose text messages led to prison time for Anthony Weiner. I had to post that on Facebook because they weren't going to tell you in the headline, and nobody gets past the headline. Anyway, just irritating. Let's check, see how people are doing. Oh, hi, lurkers. I see you out there. Love it. I wish I could start this show later. I really do. But, work, life. All right, let's get back to this. Switch that there. Okay. Is the music too loud? I'm thinking not, but... All right. Oh, nice. So you can't go here anymore because it's off. Oh, did you all see? Let me see if I have it. I'm just going to... Let's go to... Do I have it in Bread Pill Weekly? Yeah, check this out. All right, we're going to deviate from the show for a second. I'm going to do this again maybe on Friday or the next Friday or the one after because we're traveling a lot. But check this out. In the old days, I cut my teeth on Reddit Q. Well, that got banned. I did not care about Reddit. I didn't have an account. I didn't have nothing. And I started slowly building it. Let me just brag. I got serial brained. I never got queued, but I got serial brained. Because I'm not really a digging anon type. I'm more of a whatever I am. But I was so stoked when I got serial brained. I'm not trying to say, but a little bit got on me there. So anyway, I was so stoked to go searching and find this DWAC. You know, they're going to get banned. They're pro DWAC, but they're talking about, like, there's so much good juice here. And it's like, don't forget the assignment and add those numbers. So the Q account on Truth Social was started on 9/2/2022, right? So that's 17. And then, there's so much other good stuff here. I'm going to stop, but because that's not the point of the show, of tonight's episode. But how cool was that? So anyway, going back to June 23, 2018. I don't think we can get to this. You'll see, yeah. Great Awakening has been banned. Does anybody else, when they hear Great Awakening, think of the old Tron song before the new one? It's the Great Awakening. Does he still count down with that? I forgot. Anyway, I've been kind of not able to get to his show as often, which is sad on my part. Did I take any notes about that? I think the whole point is, let's just read. Who or what is Q? To put it simply, one anon. I don't remember, but that's what we got. That's all that's left. I did not archive that offline back in the day. Lazy me. At me. All kind of stuff about how the backup driver is at fault, and way buried is the reality that a robot car killed a person. You know, they're marching for the singularity, right? They want the Kurzweil singularity. Can I just... This is more for the Sunday night show epistemology. Let me throw this theory out there. We will always approach the singularity. We will never arrive at the singularity. It's like trying to get to the middle of a black hole. If you ever saw the Disney movie, they explain it so clear. You don't get there. You keep getting there. But they cross over, I know. But anyway, maybe they didn't explain it that well. Anyway, back to... But that's kind of me starting to touch on transhumanism. I'm not trying to overclaim it, but I've been watching that. You know, Joe Allen on Bannon does a great job. Permit me, if you would. Let me just do an ad for Topo Chico. Topo Chico, if you could send me a check. With lime. It's so good. All right, so June 25, 2018, I've got this article. Let's take a look. Iran economic protests shut Tehran's Grand Bazaar. I remember this. You know, there's so much that the president and their administration can do. Hello, Pete. Hello, Poonslayer, with a comment, teabag. Makes me think of Halo, mostly. So, you know, heart for the Tehran, right? Hey, this is a worldwide revolution, awakening. They want to reset. We ain't giving it to them. So the real James Woods says on Twitter, and this was on June 25th, 2018, now that a United States Congresswoman has called for harassment against Republicans and the inevitable violence that will come of it, I urge all of you to get armed and vote. Your life literally depends on it. That's pretty good. That was fun. All right. What did I do next? All right. June 27. By the way, if anybody has a pro tip, I find myself, I want to hear the monitor, but I find it hard to talk with the slight delay, the like 10 millisecond delay. But I also like the delay because it helps you to know what's going on. Let me just turn it down a bit because it makes it hard to read. All right. All right, so confession time. I used to really not like Bradley Manning or Chelsea Manning. I used to really not... No, Edward Snowden. or Manning or Assange. I used to really not like them. Like, I came out of the gate going, I like what they found. I like that we have it, but And I was kind of anti-whistleblower. I'm way more than I thought I would be. Because if you'd asked me, should whistleblowers whistleblow, I'd have been yes. But then I was always like, but Assange and Also, I probably shouldn't mention this, but let me just say it this way. I learned that if you have clearance, they'll come at you and they'll remind you, you can't go to WikiLeaks. Let's say you had top secret clearance. Not saying how I know this. It's expired if I did have it. Long time. But they'll come to you, and I followed the rule. I did not look at WikiLeaks. I did not do anything like that. I would have followed the rule if. But they came at me. They would come at you. So anyway, I'm done making that double entendre. But I had to start paying attention to Assange and really thinking this through. And lately, Snowden is starting to seem just more and more favorable to me. I want to hold on to some kind of Snowden bashing, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old and lazy and forgetting things. But it just seems... Anyway, let's take a look. Assange. I think I was just trying to link to Assange without linking to... I don't know. But the name, I guess, was actually changed. This must be from something. I can't remember. We know his... Oh. This may be touching on... Here, let's do this. Whether this is for that or not, I don't know. Separated at birth, Assange, and... What was it? John Trump? It was somebody who looks like... Can't remember who. That's Assange. Who did we think Assange looked like? I forgot. John Trump. Let's get a picture of John Trump. Assange looks like someone. Is it that guy that we think looks like? No, that's old John Trump. Who? Look. Was it that guy? Maybe. Let's look at Assange. Kind of a younger. Let's look at a younger Assange. I can't remember. Anyway, that's probably what I was alluding to. There was some stuff going around about that. Yeah, Poonslayer, was it? It was those two that we thought was kind of related, right? I think so. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm getting rusty on this Q stuff. It's been a few years, right? When's the last time Q posted? What, a year and a half ago? About a year and a quarter? And they'll still run articles about him every now and then, going, these QAnons, they're out to get you. They're out to get you. All right. Then on June 27th, 2018, I posted this article on Facebook feed. Anthony Kennedy to retire from Supreme Court. That just seemed like big news, right? Nothing special. I mean, it's all a control scam. Tony Schwartz status. Why was this important? Oh yeah. Nothing to see here. United States of amnesia. Not a big deal. Remember, we had this round of like deep underground military bases getting whammoed, like I want to say this last Christmas or maybe the one before. But here, June 26, 2018, do you remember the helicopters that landed in LA and people in hazmat suits got out, went into a building, raided some like suitcases worth of equipment and came out with it? I mean, this is the kind of stuff that you'll just forget. So I don't know. I don't know if that's why I'm going through this. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know. I picked the wrong venues. I picked Reddit. Boom, gone. Shang. I picked Facebook. What's the word? Shadow banned. Anyway, so then I linked to the QAnon article on Wiki. Now, question for anyone, but really especially the Foxhole. Is there's Q and the Anons. I understand that. So why would Wiki have QAnon? It's like combining two things. It's a conspiracy theory. Yeah, anyway. It's Q. The letter Q. QAnon. Alright. Gaudi. So June 27, 2018. Gaudi. I am as yet undecided. Well, let me give you an update. March 2, 2022. 11:40 p.m. Central Time. Gaudi. I'm as yet undecided. Trump bloodline. All right, Poonslayer. I love this. Trump bloodline. Right. It was drum for something like that. Here, let's do this. First, Germany. 5 children, 3 wives, 10 grandchildren. He's Palladian, right? Or he married a Palladian. I'm just saying it. I'm not saying I know it. Marianne McLeod. Of the Clan McLeod. Czechoslovakian. Yeah, good stuff. Gotta like those Czechoslovakians. Ivana Trump. Strange side note. And this is a little doxy. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. This is the weird things that happen in life. This doesn't mean anything. This doesn't put me anywhere. I've got many other things where I rubbed elbows with people. But the co-pilot of Ivana Trump's 727 is somebody that I have rode in small airplanes with before. Back in the day. A long time ago. Just a side note. All right. Marla Maples. Second wife. Melania Trump. Children. Okay, so this guy. Do they mention... that's a funny picture. Like, he's like, durr. Do they mention... They don't come out and say Assange. Do they say John G. Trump? Let's go to John G. Trump. Okay, in case anybody doesn't know, this guy got to go in and look at the Tesla stuffs. Judah from the Bible. So here, let's do some... Franklin Graham. They're saying Judas. Let me put quotes around Judah because we're looking for Judah. Oh, like Judah with an H? Let's try that. Judah. Alright. I'll wait for some more tips from Poonslayer and I'll go through some more. I got it now so I can sort of see the chat happening instead of having to switch back and forth. But I should look at the other chats. Let me quickly glance at Lurkology, Lurkoscopy, Lurkoshiny. Lurkosity. All right. Now, let's go to... For those joining, this is 9dNation. It's the nation with no denomination. It will become a Bible study in about a month. And it'll stay that way for a long time. Wednesday night, what a great time for Bible study. Hopefully it's after White Hat, who does his prayer Wednesdays. And it'll probably be about 45 minutes long, maybe, typically, when it's in that format. We'll see. All right. Kevin Thompson and others. That one thread triggered a bot or something. So from what I've heard, no one can see but me. Sorry, I didn't do it. May have to resort to quill and ink if this keeps up. Why did I repackage this for tonight? The point is, I was starting to get to where people couldn't see my stuff. And they would say, hey, you deleted my post. And I'm like, no, they're starting to do monkey business. So I think that's about when it started, like 3.5 years ago, 3 3/4 years ago, something like that. Sadness. All right, let's go here. The Joel Davis indictment. Warning, not easy to read. All right, let's read it. Page not found. All right, so here, why did I include this? Did I actually mean to? Yeah, I did. Dead link. I don't know if I dare do this. Joel Davis. Prison for CP. Yes. Okay. Poonslayer. Excellent point. The Legend of Baron Trump. This is for those who can't, on the left, if you can't quite make it out, if you're watching from DLive or any of those, this is the chat on the left of the screen. It's from the Foxhole, and it's Poonslayer saying, The Legend of Baron Trump. If you have not read this thing, read this thing. It's amazing. There's so much. I mean, this puts Nostradamus to shame. You're basically reading the future. And it's not all happened already, I don't think. If I remember right, it's heading some places. The last president. We've had another apparent president since then, but I don't know. Anyway, good point. So you saw CP. I can't even say it. I don't want to be triggered with... Let's just do it one more time in case I went too quick. I mean, look, 13 years for violence, sexual violence against youth. Yeah. Why would I link that on Facebook? Because, yes, time travel, Poonslayer, time travel. Do we travel through time, or does time itself? I'm going with a helical time kind of paradigm. It kind of, and like a slinky, maybe it could bend in back on itself a little. Because I feel like we came through some kind of a weird multi-time thing, and I feel like it solidified about a month ago ish. Not a month ago, a week or two ago. Sorry, I'm getting my timelines messed up. I'm not saying it can't still be fluid, but I think it's stabilizing a little. Not necessarily in a good way, and it could unstabilize. I'm just saying, that's the sense I have. So on June 28, 2018, I linked to Lafarge cement giant in terrorist funding probe. Do you remember, I forget the name of the concrete company, and I think they're vaguely tied into this one if I remember right, and I think this is why I was linking to it. There was a while where I would watch video after video after video from the group out in, like, I want to say Arizona, Nevada, or New Mexico, and they were rescuing kids, or they were out there in coyote traffic lanes, and it started to be a little weird. Like, I'm like, are these guys just, what are they doing? You know, they kept saying, it's coming, we're gonna discover amazing things, and I would watch and watch and watch, and I feel like, I don't know, something went off. But they were tied. I remember that season, it was tied into one of the concrete companies in the western part of the U.S. Anyway, I'm pretty sure, I can't remember this for sure, and I didn't deep dive again. I'm not really a deep diver or a non-style data digging person. But I used to watch so much, Stick Hexenhammer, Jordan Sather, Craig Mason, Reasonable TV. I mean, just those days in YouTube were fantastic. Before the purge, the great purgeoning. All right, June 18. New York Post. I can't even read this out loud. This is just insane. Facebook survey asks users if they condone pedophilia. And they were like, oh, that was the way we did that was so insensitive. We didn't mean it that way. We weren't saying it was good. I mean, I remember it. It was neutrally asked, to my memory. Like, hey, do you or do you not condone this vile act? And it's like, man, come on, man. As the resident would say, come on, man. We can't go to reddit.com/greatawakening because it's been banned. But apparently I linked to, video shows, Las Vegas PD officers, casino security. I don't know if that was about maybe the bang bang shooty out there. I'm not sure. I can't remember. June 18. I could probably look that up. But anyway, you can't go to the Great Awakening. If you archived it offline, you can. But a lot of it, the part you'd want to archive offline is what really the 4chans and the 8chans and the 8coons pointed to. All right, June 29th, 2018. I put an exclamation mark and a command that says, ask. I know exactly. Okay, so then how many minutes later? I waited 2.5 hours and I couldn't contain it. Mr. President, who is Q? They eventually asked, and he dodged it so beautifully. He said, is that a bad thing that they're trying to, help save children? Is that a bad thing? Like, why is that so bad? And they did not dare push it any further. Oh, man. Those were the days, right? We still got them. Truth Social, coming. Let me just check and see. Chat. Let me peek around, see what's what. Oh, you people are beautiful. All right. Then on June 29th, what are we doing? Like, just in case anybody wandered in, this is called 9dNation. It's going to become a Bible study in about a month and a quarter. What's a month and a quarter? Month and a week? It's just first, okay, let me just confess. I lurked on Foxhole for 10 months. I got to Foxhole a month or two after it started. I kept holding on to YouTube, and then all of a sudden, boom, the big banning. So I went to UGEtube and DLive and a couple other places. And DLive started getting a little hinky, and I'm like, you know what? Let me go check out the Foxhole. And a lot of the people were starting, like Red Pill 78, Craig Mason. A lot of people were as really established. And so I'm like, I don't remember the exact order of things. But I created my account, I want to say like 2 months, maybe a month and a half after Foxhole was started. About 10 and a half, 11 months ago. Probably 11, probably almost a year by now. Anyway, I lurked. I used it as a media streaming thing. I just watched and watched and watched and watched. And then about 2 or 3 months ago, I just started finally just bursting out and chatting and calling in and, getting set up and doing shows. So anyway, I didn't want to do a lot of shows, but I became so addicted that I'm like, I need a midweek show. That's actually, and I was like, but what can I add of any value? And I'm not saying I'm going to add value, but I want to do a Bible study. So we'll get to that in about a month. Some reason I wanted to also just summarize all this Facebook stuff, mostly to get to this section. Although there was some interesting stuff 13 years ago. Headlines like mandatory H1N1 vaccines for healthcare workers causing an issue. Their playbook never changes. Anyway, why all that talky talk? Just cause, I guess. I don't know. All right. June 29th, 2018, I post Mike Pence. Although, this is recorded. You can see this. Credit where credit is due. I asked Enrique Alvarado, what do you think about Pence? And he was like, I'm not going to say yet. I'm paraphrasing, but... And I'm like, you know what? That's the responsible thing to do. It could be a player. He raises the Julian Assange case with Ecuadorian president, White House confirms. Why would I post this, right? Like, I'm not going to ask us to read this tonight, but the point is, I put it on Facebook, June 29th, 2018. Maybe 2 people saw it. I hope 2 people saw it because we were the news then, really. I mean, you are the news now. Red Pill, Space Shot 76, true reporting. And we know X22. J2 Dank, I don't know why I want to do this, but Red Pill 78, yes, for sure. Took me a while to warm up to that, actually. I loved the sort of desk sitting thing. Space Shot 76. I mean, iPod and Space Shot 76 are probably my oldest gangstas. Like those two were just right on target. Same with Jordan Sather. He went through some of his... He'll describe it. If you watch his stuff these days, he'll sometimes talk about. But yeah, true reporting, Thomas. Clue me in on And We Know. I got a vibe from And We Know some while back, and I haven't gone back. I want to say it's the And We Know. Maybe I'm confusing the two guys that kind of... Anyway, maybe I'm confusing. X22. All right. Somebody the other day said X22's been holding the line for a really long time. And I'm like, yeah, because I kind of got turned off to X22 for a while. But I mean, I love that there's like so many choices now. Always lurked and listened at work, never chatted really until Foxhole. J2 Dank, same here. And I think you got started before I did, probably chatting. I didn't really start chatting until about Edge of Wonder. That's the one I'm thinking of. So yeah, I'm confusing And We Know with Edge of Wonder. Edge of Wonder is the one that I got a little vibe and I'm like, but I haven't watched them in a while, to be fair. So, you know, and I don't want to be the guy that punches up to try to get noticed. Like I'm just being me, right? So for those of you on YouTube, D Live or Facebook, when I mention Poonslayer and J2 Dank, that's some chats over here at the Foxhole. Let me take a look at. I think I can see if there's any comments. No live comments on Facebook. I think I can see the chat from OBS. All right, cool. We're golden. We golden. Let's get back for a minute. I'll do my job, my self-appointed job. Why am I doing air quotes? I don't like air quotes. But, you know, sometimes you just got to do them. Let's see. Washington Times, Mike Pence. Okay. Next up, a little bit more Julian Assange news. We're time traveling, you know. We're going back 3.5. So what are we now? 19, 18. A little more than 3.5 years. Let's check the status. See what's up. Just when... here it is. Here it is, Poonslayer. Nice. How cool is that? That's the picture of Julian that I probably should have grabbed. Time traveler. Bloodline. This is just great stuff. Poonslayer, you're right. You had me. The history segments. So J2 Dank is talking about Edge of Wonder. The history segments they do, they can dig pretty deep. Not really a fan of the live streams they do. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm kind of picking. Yeah. I mean, at a certain point, I've gone back to Alex Jones, right? Like, Alex Jones was right, as Severe Anon has pointed out. You know, I won't get too philosophical at this exact moment. Here comes my question. I'm having so much fun. Will I have the discipline to, in 35 or 40 or 45 minutes, start winding it down? We'll see. I don't know. All right, we got a phone. Guess what? Oh, is this the first time we've gotten a phone? I got an animation for this. I think this is the first phone. Let's do it. Yeah, this is the first ever phone on this show. Get ready. Here we go.
Hello?
And I'm gonna have to redo that fade out. J2 Dank, thanks for being the historical first ever phone. Future proves past. And a green frog. Keck. You know, Keck was... I came across Chatelet the other day, and I was so full of joy. I can't remember if we'll get to that here. I took a note to show it on the Sunday night show sometime in the future. So on June 29th, 2018, thanks again, J2 Dank, for being the first ever. And if anybody knows that song, tell me who wrote that song. Just knowing who's towing the lines and who's not makes all the difference. J2 Dank, yes. And you know what? Patriots. Let's remind each other. Hold the line, right? And we do. We do here in this community. It's a beautiful thing. It keeps me going. And the truckers, they're back at it. I was watching Better lately, and there was something... Oh, no. There was some Ukraine protests, and they were talking about, so sorry. I got confused there. But anyway, all right. I'll get back on track. I love being off track. That's the whole point, right? It's fun. All right. On June 29th, 2018, I said on my Facebook feed, it's hopefully less about told you so and more about don't go back to sleep. Let me tell you all, I feel like a friend of mine and our relationship got pretty hurt and I don't think it's fully recovered, and I'm not sure what can recover it. When I said, hey, did you know Hillary eats babies? What? And it started this long discussion, and I had known this person since college. They may come across this recording, and I wished I could have taken it back. You know, it's never been the same. And I don't know why. Maybe that was just a trigger. I don't want it to be about that. I will confess. I'm doing a diatribe about this. I will confess. There's a weird thing of like I did it earlier. I got cereal brained. I didn't get cute, but I got cereal brained. You know, there's a weird thing about that in human nature. At least I have it. But I really don't want this to be about I told you so to my friends, right? And more about just we gotta wake them up. Anyway, I won't belabor it. We all agree with that. I mean, it's an echo chamber. We all agree. Yes, we are all individuals. Yes, we must all think for ourselves. All right. Here's a little article I shared on June 30th, 2018. I don't think this is related to much, but ew. Okay, that's boring. Yeah, you think? It might be easy to get sick. You're in a tube for a week. Travel insurance doesn't cover everything. Staff can send you to your room. You're living on a prison. Look at it. There's a floating prison island. It's like Escape from New York or something. The brig is reserved for extra special passengers. They will leave you behind. Well, and seriously, they should, right? I mean, like, they can't. Ship fuel is very polluting. Man overboard. Oh, I don't even want to read that. Passengers can and do scuttle the ship? What? I don't understand that. Maybe I don't know what scuttle means. You cannot bring your own drinks. Now, this I know for sure is false. There's a rotating set of things you can buy to stay ahead of the inspectors. And it looks like shampoo bottles and all this other stuff. I've never been on a cruise, but a friend of mine just loved gaming this. And for a little bit of savings, you can go through all this trouble to bring your own drinks. I don't know how good they are at it now, though. Littering can get you in serious trouble. That's fair. Well, maybe not serious trouble. Staff working conditions are an issue. That seems reasonable. I mean, shouldn't be, but Mother Nature may cut your trip short. Pirates are still a thing. I shouldn't laugh. Sewage management is primitive. Ew. Ships get stranded. Yeah. Ship safety is not a joke. The captain does not always go down. Remember that one? I think I remember that one. Fire is every sailor's nightmare. Oh, look at that picture. I should not even show that. All right, enough of that. That's hideous. Does anybody know that song for phone? It's okay. We'll eventually get it. I'm not going to give it away. On June 30th, 2018, I said to my Facebook friends, by the way, I have 500 Facebook friends, about 502 or something like that. Used to be, all right, I tell this story all the time, but my sister said to me a few months ago, you know, maybe a year ago, you used to you'd post the dumbest pictures of your kid or something, and you'd get 200 likes. Now, you can say a really pertinent thing that really matters, and just your dad will comment. It's totally true. I'm totally shadow banned. I don't even use Facebook anymore. I can't even. When we get to the end of this series, this season, we'll see my last ever Facebook. It's probably a while ago. I just do not like that thing. Sorry, I'm broadcasting to Facebook. Hi, Facebook. This is a show all about Facebook, so maybe you like that. I don't know. Think of the children. Think of the children. So there's two ways this triggers me. One, they'll stand behind the children and go, think of the children. They're separating children at the border, when they are not actually. They're using pictures from Obama era where they were separating the children from their parents. Anyway, you know that whole story. But seriously, think of the children. There's two senses of this, right? Think of the children. And we all do, right? I'm just hanging with the fam, with the Fox fam. Vets for Child Rescue. I said on June 30th, 2018, I think it's going to take a nation, a world. Now, I'm clearly informed by Q at that point, right? This might be one of the things I was talking about earlier, but this one looks pretty legit. I don't remember. There was one I was following on Facebook where I'm like, you seem a little like you're not quite getting there. But anyway, there's nothing bad about rescuing children in any event. Just make sure that's what's really going on, right? I'm sure those guys are good. So then on July 1, 2018, I just posted a picture of Avenue Q. I forget where this was. Probably Galveston, I want to say. On July 4, 2018, I posted a link to YouTube. Capable 2, C8, Payable 2, GBY. I guess that means goodbye. You're heading out? Good to see you, good to see you. That makes me want to reflexively glance at the Lurkosity and see if what... Oh, you guys, this is good stuff. You really inspire the people. Me being the people in this case. Do you remember this, Terry Crews? I mean, this is heartfelt. I'm not going to play it here because it would be good for like a Sunday night Foxhole only deep dive or something. I don't plan that, but that's what this would be good for. Let me just play a couple bits. I'm going to turn off the music. I went and watched some of this. I'm just pick a random spot.
And I immediately held back.
Why weren't you? You're a big, powerful man. Why didn't you?
Senator, as a black man in America,
Say it as it is. I think it's important.
you only have a few shots at success. You only have a few chances to make yourself a viable member of the community. I'm from Flint, Michigan. I have seen many.
I want to just cut a little bit forward. Just to...
Ever have anyone try to push you into any kind of situation? Don't do it. Don't be violent. And the training worked.
So bottom line, he gets into in this testimony some really, really just disturbing dark things that he had to endure or at least fight off and fend off. And, you know, don't want to take anything away from anybody. Using like an R Dr. D approach, there's a percentage chance that we're seeing a complete show there. But there's a large, and you got to dial your percent up. There's a percent chance that it's sincere. I've always felt that was sincere stuff. So you can tell me if I'm falling for it, but I mean, just it matches so much other data we have. It makes sense. It's if you looked at the players and how they lined up. Oh, God bless you. C8 Pubble 2. If you ever watch L, Grandma's using the computer. Grandpa's trying to chat again. You know, I'm just going to steal her bit. Grandpa's trying to chat again. Thank you, Capable 2. God bless you guys too. Let me pray real quick. I'm just in a mood suddenly. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to pause the music. Let's just pray real fast. Count how many justs I say. Going to that earlier thing. Let's see, my microphone's not really... I'm not going to tip my head forward. I usually typically do. Lord God, I just want to thank... Lord God, I want to pray to you that I don't say just to you a lot. I'm not trying to make light of this, Lord, but just... Anyway. See, I just did it again, Lord. Father God in heaven, please bless... the Foxhole, Facebook, D-Live, and YouTube people. And I don't know what I want to ask for, Lord. I mean, I'm starting with an ask list. Let me just praise you. Lift up your name. You're fantastic. You're amazing. You're bigger than anything. And whatever's going on in Ukraine, Lord, Please use it for your glory. We're trying to make sense of it over here, not trusting every single tiny news outlet. I mean, every single mega news outlet. Just pray for discernment, Lord. I ask for discernment, and I'll just stop right there, Lord, because this was launched on kind of a whim, because someone said, God bless you, and that made me think of you, and I should think of you all the time. Lord, just please bless the people. Amen. People, I don't know what that was, just came over me, and it was kind of, my memory of it, it was kind of bleh. But, Lord takes, the Spirit translates what we say into groans that are uncomprehendable in language, right? Like and they go up as sweet offerings to the Lord, and he accepts them from his children. I'm super tired. I had a crazy ass life last little while. Anyway. Fortunately, I said on July 4th, 2018, world governments and big business are teaming up to tell me and us, the individual human, each, what is true and what is false. There must have been some Soros, Snopes, fact-checking stuff forming up around then. That's what it sounds like I'm railing against. Let me start the music back up. Amen. Yeah, there's a delay. Got an amen from, let's see here, from Capable. C8 Pable 2. I'm going to type in the chat. No. So C8 Pable 2, Capable 2, I always type your name, so I never have to pronounce your name. So that's on me. I will learn. I like C8 Pable 2, but that's like calling M3 Thoughts, right? I think he took it well for a while, but people kind of backed off of that, I think. Anyway. Oh, and how many justs did I say? I derailed myself. Just it happens. I'm bad at that. I mean, Lord doesn't care, but I don't know. All right, let's get on to. You can tell where my clock is in the room, like when I glance up that way, right? All right. Fake news is nothing new. It was de rigueur in ancient Greece. Social media is getting a pounding from liberal press, but it doesn't threaten democracy in the way they claim. I think this is a sneaky article. It's from The Spectator. What's this cool picture? Like a bearded plate dude. I think they're trying to say in an inoculating way, oh, no, we're not attacking fake news. But the article is really saying fake news really is real, and we can prove it because it's history. Let's see what I said. I missed yesteryear when we had real news. Wait, what? Corn merchants would spread rumors of storms and shipwrecks to raise grain prices. I mean, it's common sense, right? I don't think I ever really had to tell my child, watch out if someone's selling you snake oil, it's probably snake oil, right? It's weird that we don't know news has an agenda, right? I fell for it for a while to some degree. I was like, I better get over to Fox News. Putin is draining the swamp. Yes, in Ukraine. Let me tell you guys a story. I was listening to two friends of mine talk tonight, and they're both powerful dudes. They train and practice fighting a lot, and they're both really good at it. And the room was, everyone was leaving. There was three of us left, and the one was saying to the other, oh man, it's getting bad. The other one said, yeah, but not saying I'm a fan of Putin, but, and he started into some of the stuff that I'm like, there's other people that know this now. This is a sampling of two, but it's 50-50. So it's fantastic to hear. Shutting down the biolabs that can never create another COVID-19 event. No, the deep state. I agree, Capable. That's straight up. Did you guys see some of the vacuum bombs and that stuff? I mean, I've been scrubbing through some of that, I'm super busy with work, so when I say scrubbing through, I'm just kind of following the zeitgeist, but keep a head on a swivel. We're crowdsourcing, do what you can when you can. I think I'm going to be in another 6 to 9 months of some pretty busy work, but we'll see. Kino Jimenez, they say. I mentioned on July 5. What am I talking about here? I don't remember. Oh, this, yeah. C8 Pable 2, or when I say capable. Capable. Do you remember this? I'll play it on mute. What a rude butthead. You know? That guy's got like probably 30 pounds and 30 years on the kid. Like, what the heck? Is what the heck a cuss word, by the way? All right, let's go back. I got to keep this show clean. I actually don't. But I probably don't, actually. Okay, forgive me for this. Because I said on July 5th, oh no, Ed Schultz at 64. Didn't often agree, but I'll miss him. I think since then I've really heard a lot of bad things about Ed Schultz that kind of hold up, but I could be remembering wrong. So, but my point is on July 5, 2018, I was at least aware to post about him. I think there's something about the Ed Schultz. You know what? Here, let's do this. I don't know if it'll be straight up in there, but let's just do a quick search for Schultz just to see what happens. There's some stuff. Let's see, what is it? Schultz, a Juan brother criminal. Yeah. Sessions really run. Okay, hold on. Jeff Sessions, Mueller, Comey, Wray, Trey Gowdy, Obama, Hillary, Rosenstein, D.W. Schultz. That's not Ed Schultz, is it? Does it have a slash? Oh, D.W. Schultz, a Juan brother criminals. John McCain, we don't say his name, but he's there. Well, this was somebody else, and then it says, you failed. Scumbag Sessions and fake Q were just exposed the other day by American intelligence media, ? Oh, man, I'm trying to remember what this is. Jeff Sessions exposed. What about Trust Ray, Trust Sessions? Remember that? So 520, Q, Agent of the Clowns in America. Jeff Sessions, Agent of the Clowns in America. Hillary Clinton. Then, so I get the vibe that Q is kind of confirming this finding, or at least saying nod or something. Anyway, that was fun. Oh, what date was that? I should probably look at that. QAG. That'll help piece whether or not I was... Because I remember kind of starting to think 328. Oh, we got a cookie. Let me go over here. Play the... Wait, why is it not? Come on. Oh, because I... New ballers.
Looky, looky, here comes Cookie, walking down the street. Looky, looky, I call him Cookie, cause he's sweet.
Now, I do have a shorter cookie animation, which we'll be switching to fairly soon in live. We are the news now. Q. That's right. So this was... I'm having a little trouble reading because, man, I got socked in the eye today. I think it's not permanent damage, but 3/28/2018, and I posted this on 6/5/2018. So I should have been aware of that. So maybe I'm just trying to get people's attention to Ed Schultz dying. 64 is a little early. I'm not saying if he's on suicide week. Thank you again, Capable 2, for that cookie. I played the animation, I read the thing, but let me just specifically say thank you. All right. Let's go to July 5, 2018. Absolutely do not watch this if you don't want to ponder the depth of human depravity. Why share it? I'm shocked, but I shouldn't be. Are these jokes? In any event, do not watch if you are at all thinking you should not watch. I don't remember what this is. I saw this a week ago. July 5th, 2018. I don't know if this is setting up for a joke or something hideous. Oh, yeah, this is bad. You all remember this. Here, let's do this. Ugh, it's annoying. Typical night, Carl would slip in Rob's bed, roll him over, swab him down, and say, I can't read anymore. Okay. To the people who know, let's not drag through this again. To the people who don't know, please go to that link. Let me show you it again so you can find it. Al Franken cracks jokes about Rob Reiner's father anally raping his own son. So, if you don't know, watch that, force yourself, sit through it, and when you can't seem to rinse it off, talk to someone who knows. You know who knows, and if you don't know anyone who knows, direct message me. We'll find someone that lives. I feel like I'm doing an altar call. You know, it's like there's something about, I don't want to compare the two, but there's something going on. Anyway. All right, so on July 6, 2018, I put on Facebook, Big League Politics, who is Q? We interviewed the Anons themselves to get to the heart of the mystery. So, I don't even have to remember the article. Like, it's obviously, like, you can't. So, at the time, I said, as you read, consider how crazy I am that I linked an article. That I just pointed my finger at some supposedly hopefully free speech. Am I saying it's all true? Not the point. Is the reporter saying it's all true? Also not the point, but clearly not. Is the subject interviewed saying it's all true? Well, to me it seems like they are, but then again, what are they saying? Almost nothing. But now walk back up through those layers and think how angry at me you are the minute you think you know what I think. Only God knows the ultimate future. So, I don't know how successful I was, but I was clearly trying to diatribe into this idea of, I'm just telling you about this thing, and you're losing your mind. I have friends that I mentioned earlier. We all do, right? I'm just saying that there was pictures from the airplane over the Asia Pacific, places that only one airplane could be, and we got pictures from that vetting certain things. So you can't say that it wasn't the administration trying to get you. I'm preaching to the choir, I know. Anyway, but I posted this on. Let's click on the article, see if it's still there. Look at that. Remember that? Oh, yeah. Hey, you just think it could have said 16. It said 17. That's just a coincidence. Too many. At what point is it mathematically impossible? The Anons. The dark Anons. You evil Anons. Anyway. That's cool that that article's still there. If anyone's kind of just wandering in, this is season 1 of 9dNation, which is an 11 o'clock Central Wednesday show. Season 2 will be a Bible study, and it will be very, very long running, hopefully, God willing. I don't know how long the episodes will be. Hopefully it'll be pretty chatty. You know, we'll just kind of go back and forth. I'll bring some prepared material. But season 1 is 13 years of Facebook posts. I'll leave it at that for now. All right. Copy, paste. Okay. On July 6, 2018, I posted Reuters. Johns Hopkins Hospital evacuated to tuberculosis. So, at the time, I said tuberculosis. I said not to cause fear, just reminding. Watch the other hand. Dun, dun, dun. It's always smart, right? Keep your head on a swivel. Anyway, we don't have to read the whole article. Thanks, Boonslayer. Boonslayer says, you funny. You funny. I can't remember what I said. It's a 30-second delay or so. Oh, look at that. I messed up. Well, first, let's cover Brandon Straka. I asked my Facebook friends, hundreds of them, 500, July 6, 2018, who is Brandon Straka? And what did he do? For everyone's convenience, a Trump influencer sentenced to 3 years of probation. This guy, I was looking at him the other day, like a week or two ago. I think he's been the walkaway campaign guy. And he's still he's as the rappers would say, he's hard. Anyway, I hope I didn't misuse that. Who knows who these are? Some of you know who these are. This is Tony over here and John over here. No. Sorry. I'm wrong. This is not Tony. It may be Tony and John. They might be called Vinny and Bob. These are the sketches of what was the Renee Ramsey people. Anyway, I do remember. I think I vaguely remember posting these on July 6, 2018. And being like, I don't really want to say much. So I really don't want to say much. Let's see if I put anything here. Nope. I'm going to leave it at that. That doesn't help a lot if you're on DLive YouTube or Facebook and you don't really know why I'm posting these things. Here, do this. Take that picture and do an image Google search using the image feature and just see where all you go. That's maybe my pro tip. All right. How cool, though. I mean, it's creepy to see it, but it's like blast from the past. You're like, I really did try to tell people. Archbishop Philip Wilson has received a 12-month jail term. Why did I say? Oh, maybe some bad acting. Philip Wilson. I'm not going to go down this road. Anyway, probably a person that's on the arrest list for bad reasons. All right. Then on July 6, 2018, I said, C.T. Peter Smith death met. Here, let's read this. Peter Smith, GOP operative who sought Clinton's emails from Russian hackers, committed suicide. Let's see. Was it a red scarf around the neck on a doorknob? No reason to believe the death was foul play. Yeah, I'm just reading here. Without specifying time, the report from Rush detail suicide. Yeah, I'm not going to go digging through this. Obviously, I'm suspicious, right? But I'm not going to try to prove that case right now. I said, so glad. Article assures me of no foul play. No foul play. But sad. I shouldn't make light. I'm not making light. It's really bad. All right. Transcript 491. Judge orders DOJ to not delay research into the OHRS. What am I on about here? OHR. I don't even remember what. Interesting. I don't know why that was important to me. Maybe Big Brother searching through CIA data or something. I don't know. I don't know why it was important to me then, and then a week and a half ago when I put this list together. Eli Stickley dies car crash, Wisconsin Badgers wrestling. Yeah, this is, I want to say, wasn't this some dude's nephew or something that they were trying to get to? Yeah, Jim Jordan of Ohio. Right, so here's what I said. Not suspicious that his uncle was grilling Rod Rosenstein yesterday. This is putting me in a foul mood. I feel we have to go through this, though. Yeah, nothing to see here. First Financial Bank reports multiple network issues. First Financial, can't get your money out. Locking it down. Can't get your fake US money out. Locking it down. Can't do a run on the banks if you can't get to your banks. That was on July 6, 2018. I don't know when the article was, but that's when I posted it. All right, let's see what's next. July 7th. It gets, the postings get a little more dense once Q hit the scene. Main news, first find it. Oh, I did that one already. Oh, this one's kind of interesting. Here we go. I keep seeing there is a rate of sealed indictment creation of around 50 times usual under this admin. I haven't seen anything about this in the mainstream media. Am I missing it? I watch less CNN than I used to, but some casual searching, I don't see much drumbeat. I almost feel like I need the press to check on this. Seems, I don't know, kind of heavy-handed, a little too to be going 50 times the usual rate in sealed indictments for like almost a year, like over 40,000 of them now. So I posted that. And let me tell you something. Every now and then, you think you're shadow banned, but sometimes you'll post something like this, and instantly 2 or 3 lasers, maybe more, will laser in and go, they've been debunked that, blah, blah, blah. And they'll just have all the proof, like ready-made and packaged. And it's like, I'd never see you ever comment on my Facebook, even other trolley type things. There's certain keywords where they would send it to people they knew would just instantly, like, I'm just saying, you could write an algorithm that could do that. It's not that hard. With big data. I got into some pretty sad stuff as far as people warring in comments and stuff, so I won't dig into that. That's probably one of the posts that triggered a massive comment war. Certain of my open-minded friends would maybe be a little bit drunk and post some pretty dark stuff. So anyway. All right, so on July 7th, 2018, Josephine Niamu jailed for sex trafficking. My comment was, nothing to see here, no pattern. Half a year of suddenly a boatload of rescued and busts, just like this all around the globe, are all coincidence, not a part of a pattern. I was sarcastic back then. This is before Owen Benjamin cured me of sarcasm. He dropped it. He didn't used to heavily rely on it anyway, really, but he dropped it. I haven't watched him in a while though, so I don't know what he's up to these days. This suit is believed to be the 6th against the police in the city concerning accusations of sexual abuse and cover-up. July 8th, 2018, I put that on Facebook. You know, I used to try to put all these articles on Facebook for a while. PD officer. Let me take a peek at our lurkening. We are lurkening. Do a couple more. I do need to force myself to go to sleep. Do a couple more. Ex-wife of former Maori leader says he led a pedophile ring and it goes to the highest heights of New Zealand's power structure. Here's the article. This was on July 8th, 2018 that I linked. I was probably getting a lot of these from like the Chans and stuff. I don't remember. Anyway. Sorry for yawning on camera. I'll do a couple more. A clickbaity headline because MT's rep doesn't seem to be involved. The article is worth it, though, I said. Let's see what it's about. Mother Teresa India Charity Home sold babies. This is one of those ones that I would just instantly get this. I knew who it would be. Would see it and immediately, how dare you? How dare you? So I tried to, anyway, I don't remember if they came at me on this one, but I mean, the Teresa, ooh, just saying. A couple more. Some dude named Jack Bergman said, after 2 long, hard years of work, we have a witness who's prepared to identify the 2 killers of Seth Rich. One is reportedly a current DEA agent. The other is reportedly a current ATF agent. I guess we'll see soon, huh? Roll credits. After this, there will be a teaser trailer at the end, like a Marvel movie. I can't remember why I said exactly that end. And I didn't put a link on an article or anything like that. I don't know. I don't know if they ever testified. I don't even remember. Maybe they were killed. I don't remember. But I mentioned Seth Rich directly on Facebook. Not something I was keen to do a lot. Zero Hedge. Netflixonomics. Crash burning machine blows billions. Content winner. Let's see. When have we ever seen subscriber content models over leveraging around internet delivery? This is just me complaining that Netflix is going to collapse. It never really did. It's got such big behind the scenes funding. But I was thinking of like AOL and stuff like that. Over leveraged. Anyway, that's not really about typical stuff we talk about here. But I must have thought it was important a week ago when I grabbed it. Cross-reference. People. Whiskey Blue. Interesting. Could Mother Teresa's bloodline be contained in Fauci? To rephrase what you're saying. Interesting. They both do similar things. Command religious loyalty. Sell babies or torture dogs. Well, they don't both do that. We know Mother Teresa's outfit sold babies. And Fauci tortured dogs. So I said on July 12th, cross-reference people who are into leading shadowy rituals with people who are into Antarctica. It's clumsy of me, but I mean, seriously. Man, I'm slinking down in my chair. Time to adjust the mic. Ah, yeah, way better. All right, let's do a couple more. This one. James says the storm is on the horizon. What does he mean? You all know what I'm talking about, don't you? Let's see. I just wanted to go see if I had any comments. All right, never mind. That's too hard. They do look a lot alike, Whiskey Blue, Mother Teresa, and Fauci. Are you saying all Italians look the same? Just kidding. Just kidding. I married an Italian. Well, Italian, Hungarian, Russian. So that's James Comey, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Here's a good way to double check. James, the storm is on the horizon. I'm not sure which James said that. Not that. Oh, I looked this up. I think it's James Comey. I really do. But it could be... No. Anyway. Something about a storm. What does he mean? Storm is on the horizon. Who knows why? I mean, I was linking that because of the storm, but I don't remember exactly what the connection was. All right. YouTube. Linked on July 12th, 2018. Let's take a look. You remember this? It's this heartwarming story that's totally true of, Trump just quietly giving to people in need, people that touch his heart. He just gives beautifully, and he doesn't talk about it. You don't know about it because he doesn't talk about it. But we found out about it, so we talk about it. Heraldry is their shtick. Wanted to mention the Bruce tree burning. The Bruce tree burning. Bruce tree burning. Bruce tree burning. Spruce. Burning spruce. Did I mention? Bruce Byers. Should have added them to my Bruce show. I'm sure they're evil. Bruce Hurst, probably evil. The only Bruces I trust is Bruce Banner on the Foxhole and Bruce. Good point, Drinksman. So if you do a little Jordan Peterson and you go way back, he loves Marduk, right? And that's one of the keys that you really want to. But he's had some growth, I think. But he signaled to the Illuminati, hey, you can leave me alone, because he mentioned how great Marduk is and how much he loves Marduk and all this other stuff. But there's some heraldry there, right? Like they come out there like, it's the end of the year roundup. Let's see how we did. I must beat the Marduk, must beat the king, blah, blah, blah. They declare their authority, right? Jesus talks a lot about, who witnesses to his authority. His acts are a witness. The word is a witness. His father is a witness. Nature is a witness. There's so many witnesses, right? These guys just walk around tooting their own horn, right? Anyway, sorry I'm not catching the Bruce tree burning. Did I mention a tree burning, or you were going to bring it up? So, The Onion had something that I wanted to mention. This is dark, but you have to laugh. Oh, the Bruce family tree. Tree burnt. Bruce family tree. Yeah, I had a picture of one of the 1100 the Great Cause. Same year as the Israel flag was created. Drinksman. What year was the Israel flag created? You mean the one that's got a cube on it? A Saturnist cube? Why am I in images? Oh. Okay, 1948. Bruce tree burning. 1948. Here we go. This might be it, right? Red Hill on the Mississauga. No, it's written by Bruce McLeod. I'm probably not getting your point, but I'll work on it. Usually I like The Onion, but jokes about child sex slavery, not sure. Mueller reveals Russian investigation just elaborate sting to nail Clinton child sex slavery ring. The Onion, you're like right on target here. Like, it's not a joke, and that's what I think I'm trying to point out here. It's a wonderful picture of my mama. She's not here anymore. There's my kiddo. That's not the point of this show. Let me continue on. And the world played on. I said here, head scratcher. Maybe I'm missing something. And wait, 3 years ago? So did I jump to 2020? Yeah. Wait. Oh, wait. Interesting. Oh, check this out. So I clearly come up to this again 2 years later or 3 years later. July. Technically 2 years. So anyway, who remembers this picture, right? Here's the pin. Here's the signature. 1776. I tried to get post number 1776 for this, but I was having trouble. So qag.news. You put number. Wait. Number. Oh, here we go. Without the pen of the author of Common Sense, the sword of Washington would have been raised in vain. John Adams, Q. And the Anons got busy and things got done. But I'm just trying to be like, I mean, come on. How do you fake that picture? I'm not saying you couldn't. But man, come on. Man, with all the other mathematical proofs, how many did we need? There are so many. Grateful for the level of service JFK showed. I didn't always feel that way. I didn't always know as much about that. Do a couple more. Yeah, I got to call it here in a second, probably. So on August 2, 2018, I post. Oh, you got your warning here. You better go see Wikipedia, before you watch this video. Who is QAnon? Bizarre conspiracy. Cult leaps from Webb to Trump rally. If it's in the mainstream media, I'm going to link it on Facebook because they can't ban me. Well, they actually started to later. And as Trump said a couple years after this, is that such a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? That you're trying to save children. Why is it so bad? All right, one more. All right. FBI fires Peter Strzok. We had already seen him walked out of the building. Now he's fired. We're time traveling. This is August 13th, 2018. Revoked. I don't remember why I said that. I just thought I'd share. Maybe diplomatic immunity is what I always think of. All right. Judge in Paul Manafort trial said he has been threatened. This was August 19th, 2018 was my post. So he's in under... Yeah, like why? Why? We never get news stories like that. I don't remember them. What's the deal? Pretty embedded there. Man, Paul Manafort, he put up with a lot. Still is, maybe? I don't know. Barsoomian. It's constructed language. Edgar Rice Burroughs. This is me trying to point out how fake space is fake, probably. It's probably what that's tied into. All right, I'll do the last one just because of this artificial page break that I got here. You can't see the page, but artificial page break. This is going to be the official last one for the night. Sorry I'm cutting it so short. It's just a busy day tomorrow. All right. Cognitive benefits young... Oh, this is creepy. Cognitive benefits of young blood linked to brain protein in mice. And if you go down a bit, let's see, they... Biosis... Using a technique called parabiosis, in which the vascular systems of two mice have surgically connected, they discovered that infusing old mice with the blood of younger mice leads to brain rejuvenation. Can we say adrenochrome to anybody? And they had an episode in season 10 or 11 recently of the X-Files, 5 years ago, right after this, showing that happening. They had people back to back, surgically attached or something, using each other's guts, And it's like, come on, man. The other person can walk away, but what kind of weird STDs do they get? The only thing you have to do after stealing this, because they're losing some vitality, the 18-year-old that gives the blood transfusion to the 80-year-old just for the sake of rejuvenating them, which we know happens, they talk about it all the time, has to go off and recover, right? So you're stealing their youth. If you take it to the extreme, you can steal their entire life. I'm just saying. All right. I'm going to do the rounds and call it a day there just so I can get to bed by hopefully 1. I love you, the people. And let me just check and see. I will release, thanks to our mighty donations, we have a releasable situation here. Oh, this is fantastic. I'm going to release the scratching. Really appreciate the donations. We had the first historical phone earlier, and then we had donations also from J2 Dank. Who dropped that phone? I lost my chat hasn't scrolled up. I mentioned it several times when it happened because it was the first historical, and so we got to play the animation. It was fantastic. But yeah, get your gold pills. And let's see. I'm going to play the outro, which is about 2.5 minutes. It tells you everything that's coming up. We're still going to do everything the outro shows, but our Friday show is going to be from an airport about to get on an airplane. Not sure what we will be able to do, but we'll see what we can do. Our Sunday show will be probably pretty short, probably from a tablet in a hotel room or something like that. The Wednesday show, I probably just will say hi, who knows what. Our following Friday show, I think that thing might just be a drive-by. We're going to be hey, it's us on the phone. Grad Spunky Custer. And then the following Sunday show should be a regular one. I'm talking about now, 10 days from now. Basically, I'm traveling cross-country, and so that's that. So let me play the outro video, but please be warned that while we will make all those shows, they will be a little different for the next week and a half, just due to travel. All right. I'm going to let the outro say it all. Love you guys and gals.
thank you for spending time with us. We're joined on Fridays by co-host Angular. This has been G. Ross, and you are the underscore. Be sure to catch us on the foxhole.app, DLive, YouTube, or Facebook. Current shows include The Bread Pill Weekly. You've been red pilled, now be the red pill. You're out of the oven and ready for delivery on our weekly alternative news roundup and call-in show on Foxhole, DLive, YouTube, and Facebook every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Central, co-hosted by G. Ross and Angular. Current shows include Epistemology for Fun and Profit, where woo meets goo. You're in the woo, and the woo is in you. A philosophical call-in show with occasional guest interviews, diving into the oldest questions. Most episodes are exclusively on the foxhole.app, Sunday at 11:30 p.m. Central. Current shows include 9dNation, the nation with no denomination. Declare to the custom agents any edible plants or miscellaneous worldviews. We take a look back at how we got here, eventually leading into a regular Wednesday night Bible study at 11 p.m. Central. Catch us on the foxhole.app, DLive, YouTube, and Facebook. Our Friday co-host is Angular. This has been G. Ross, and you are the underscore.